Section 1 of The Scrapbook, Volume 1, Sampler, by Various, edited by Frank A. Munsey. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Reading by Bellona Times. The Coming Test of American Resources, by James J. Hill. Section 1. James J. Hill, seeing trouble ahead, warns his fellow countrymen that there are dangers to be met. At last, James J. Hill, the silent railroad king of the Northwest, has given us his full and free opinion on the business policy of the United States. Throughout his long career it has been his plan to, quote, say nothing and saw wood, unquote. He has been too busy to talk. The man who plunges into a dense wilderness, as he did, and transform it into 4 or 5 prosperous states, has no time to run a public opinion factory. But recently, while at a gathering of his friends in St. Paul, Mr. Hill unlocked his tongue and spoke out. It was a remarkable address, made by a remarkable man, and the meat of it was as follows. The nation at large feels that it is immensely prosperous. We are cutting a wide swath, there is no doubt of it, but if we will get down closer and examine what we are doing, we will find that we are living profligately and squandering our heritage in every possible manner. We should insist upon better cultivation of the land, for on that one item depends your future growth and prosperity, and there is no other item to which you can look, no other source of wealth than that which comes out of the cultivation of the soil. If the soil is protected, if it is intelligently handled, if your crops are properly rotated, if the land is fertilized and rested and treated with proper care, you have a mine in the soil that will never be exhausted, quite unlike the other mine. The millions and hundreds of millions of dollars coming into the Northwest from the annual crops, while it is large, isn't half as large as it ought to be. Our free lands are gone. Our public domain is exhausted. Last year over 1 million people came from across the Atlantic to the United States, and the natural increase certainly is 1.5 million more. What is to become of these people? They are to be driven fairly into the factories and workshops and no place else. They can leave our country and go to the Canadian Northwest, as many have gone, but that country will be populated to its extent very soon, much sooner than you think. It has not an unlimited area. Try and cast your mind 20 or 25 years ahead. At that time we should have 150 or 160 millions of people. Where are they going? Who is going to feed them? They can manufacture. We have the raw material. We have the coal and the iron and the copper and the lead. They can manufacture. Who will buy it? We have got to a point where we are selling our heritage. We are selling our rich deposits of iron and our coal and our rich soil, and exhausting it as well. People of other countries are exercising the utmost, closest intelligence in everything that pertains to economy and production. Take, for instance, the German nation today, and they lead the world, or any period in the history of the world, in industrial intelligence and industrial management. Competition grows fiercer. I was in England in November and met a sad sight. Trafalgar Square filled with idle people, large numbers of idle people asking for bread up around Hyde Park. Why? The men who carry on the work, who paid the payrolls, are no longer engaged in the business. What they had they have turned into money, and have bought securities or something else, trying to save what they have got. In the west of England, which was a great center of broadcloth manufacturing and of woolen goods, their output is less than a quarter of what it was 25 years ago. Germany is selling cutlery in Sheffield. And I took pains to look around London, and to walk into the shops and find out. I couldn't buy a pair of lisle thread gloves that were not made in Germany. Underclothing, stockings, cloth, almost everything made in Germany.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?